Can a laptop actually deliver desktop-level performance? Today, I'm putting the HP ZBook Fury G1i to the real test. 3D rendering, 4K video editing, AI generation, and more. I want to see exactly how close this laptop gets to a full desktop workstation experience, because if it does, it could completely change how we work on the go. Spoiler alert, I'm actually quite impressed. But let me show you exactly why. Before we start, I would like to thank HP and Intel for sponsoring today's video. Hey, what's up guys? Nuno here. Before we dive into performance, let's talk about the build. This is the HP ZBook Fury, a mobile workstation built for serious performance, not just portability. Desktop class power in a machine you can actually take with you. This is one beefy machine, premium construction, excellent hinges with minimal wobble, and it opens with one finger. It's solid engineering. As for the weight, it's 3.5 kilos. Yes, it's heavy. You will feel it in your bag, but for what's packed inside, the weight is justified. If you need this level of performance anywhere, you are not going to complain. At the core, I've got an Intel Ultra 9 285HX up to 5.2 GHz with 24 cores, paired with an NVIDIA RTX Pro 5000 GPU, 64GB DDR5 RAM, and 1TB NVMe storage, expandable to 16TB. This is basically a desktop that you can carry around. This combination handles 3D rendering, video editing, real-time visualization, and AI workflows while staying smooth and responsive. The 18-inch display does the job really well. It's a QHD Plus resolution at 168 dpi, which makes the text sharp with no visible pixels. It has 165 Hz, 500 nits, full DCI P3 color coverage, and it's IPS, so no burn in or flickering during long work sessions. And the non-glare coating means no fighting reflections. For Premiere, Lightroom, Photoshop, color accuracy is spot on. No HDR, but honestly, this is a workstation, not a home theater. Let's start with the raw CPU performance. I rendered a full scene in Blender using CPU only, no GPU acceleration. All 24 cores of the Intel Core maxed out. The ZBook handles it without throttling or becoming unstable. Temperature stayed quite stable, they are warm but safe. Fans were audible but not annoying. And you can see the results here on screen, and so far we are up to a really nice start. So for the next test, we have the real-time GPU performance. I tested navigation, rendering times, and scene responsiveness with complex lighting, reflections, heavy assets, realistic water, thousands of trees, and dynamic shadows. Navigation in build mode stays fluid with no stuttering when orbit complex geometry. And if I need to boost performance, I can drop the resolution on the performance monitor to 50%, which gives a significantly FPS increase boost. For a full 4K render at 512 samples, the ZBook completed it in just a couple of minutes. Next, we have heavy SketchUp projects with millions of polygons, dense geometry. Navigation again stays responsive, orbiting feels smooth, working inside complex models doesn't slow the system down. The 64GB of RAM, expandable up to 192GB by the way, really helps when juggling multiple large files. For the next test, we have the video editing with Premiere. So I tested Premiere Pro with real-world timeline, 4K footage, multiple layers, color grading, and effects. Scrubbing through the timeline is smooth and responsive, and with real-time previewing without dropping the resolution. That's a bonus. So you can see here how much time it took to export this 4K video. And here's what's impressive. Even while exporting, the ZBook stayed completely usable. I could browse, check emails, work in Photoshop. And that's exactly what you want in a production workflow. So now, here's where things get interesting. For AI workflows, I tested local image generation using ComfyUI, running Stable Diffusion models locally. The ZBook handles AI generation smoothly thanks to the NVIDIA RTX 5000 Pro with dedicated tensor cores. It's a beast for this kind of work. A typical 1024 by 1024 image at 20 steps takes this amount of time to render on the laptop. I also run Cinebench 2026 and Geekbench 6 for measurable performance data you can compare with other systems. You can see here on the screen the Cinebench multi-core, the Geekbench OpenGL score, Geekbench single core, and Geekbench multi-core. After that, I pushed the system with a real-world stress test, the kind of chaos that actually happens when you are on a deadline. I had Blender rendering in the background and a browser with 20 plus tabs including YouTube, Google Docs, and email. So even under this pressure, the ZBook stays responsive and stable. I can still switch between apps, type in documents, and navigate 3D scenes without everything grinding to a halt. Now let's talk battery life, often overlooked in workstation reviews. This ZBook has a 99 watt-hour battery, the legal limit for airplanes. Battery life is better than I expected for a machine this powerful. Light tasks like browsing documents or email can last several hours. For moderate workloads, it has a decent runtime. But for every rendering or exports, you will want to be plugged in. HP includes a 330 watt power supply that charges really fast and keeps this beast running at full tilt. For connectivity, you get Thunderbolt 5 ports with up to 120 gigabits, HDMI 2.1, full-size SD card reader, 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, and built-in 5G with eSIM support. Everything you need for a professional workflow. And it features a full numeric keypad, good backlight, and a comfortable layout. The touchpad is glass, it's responsive, and handles all the gestures smoothly. There's also physical mouse buttons for those who prefer them. And so far, no complaints, it's well designed for extended use. The 5-megapixel camera records up to 4K and includes the Poly Camera Pro app with AI features like background replacement and auto-framing. It's way better than typical laptop webcams. The quad speakers are surprisingly good, loud, clear, with actual bass. Now, here's something I absolutely love: toolless entry to the internals. You just slide two latches on the bottom and the panel comes right off. Inside you get 4 M.2 SSD slots, 4 RAM slots supporting up to 122 GB of DDR5 RAM, and a user-replaceable Wi-Fi 7 card. Everything is easily accessible. The ZBook includes smart features like fingerprint login, onlooker detection that blurs your screen when someone's behind you, adaptive dimming, and automatic lock and wake. So let's talk about the elephant in the room: price. The HP ZBook Fury G1i starts at around 2700 base configuration. This unit specifically is around 7000. Yeah, it's expensive, but this isn't a consumer laptop. It's a professional workstation with independent software vendor certified drivers for software like AutoCAD, Revit, and SolidWorks. Plus, it's fully customizable. Start with the base config and upgrade the RAM, storage, and everything later if you need it. So after putting the ZBook through all these tests, here's my verdict. If you need desktop-class performance in a portable machine, the ZBook Fury can generally replace a desktop workstation. It's big, heavy, and expensive, but it delivers. The link will be in the description. And a big thank you to HP and Intel for sponsoring today's video. If you have any questions about specific workflows, drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.